This is a bit of a weird one. I edited today's video last night, but then I very stupidly lost it. I didn't have time to do the full edit again, so I very quickly put together this video this morning, ready to go out today, of the T2.5 World Tour Race number 12. I want to say a massive thank you to my wife. We've had stuff to do today, and she said it was okay to come and spend an hour or two getting this put together. Let's watch that now. I want to make an apology as well. I've done a couple more voiceovers, but my wife was upstairs painting, so if you can hear banging, I'm really sorry I couldn't do it in a noise isolated area. So this might be a rubbish video, but I thought I'd try and get something to put together for you guys to watch. Hello, it's time for race number 12 of the T2.5 World Tour. Out of 14, just 3 races left. This one is in Nyokyo for 3 laps of Sleepless City, I think it's called. My hope for this, as usual, is to hang in with the D group for as long as possible and try and pick up some points towards the end. We don't have the usual C category or the faster categories coming through to split the group up, so it's a purely D focused race for me. And hopefully I can hang in with them. I guess we'll see. I'm going to get changed, jump on the bike, and I'll see you there. 3 laps of Sleepless City in Nyokyo, nice and flat. One that's making me think maybe I can hold on with the group to the end. If it was hilly, no chance at all. But flat routes, I have a little bit more of a chance. A bit of a quick start here. I have to put out a bit of a blast to make sure I catch in with the group. But I've managed that, and we group up together as a D group quite nicely. Little bit of a punchy bit here, up to 2%. You see I've had to put a little bit of extra effort to make sure I stay in with the group. N. Ruddleston actually makes a bit of a break here. He gets about a 2-second lead on the rest of the group, which he holds on pretty much for the entirety of the rest of the first lap. No one in the draft group behind kind of put in any effort to close the gap. I think possibly because the gap remained about 2 seconds for a while, so we thought I guess we'd eventually catch up. But yeah, 23 kilometres left to go. End of the first lap, the groups come back together again, and it's a fairly consistent pace. I'm not finding it too difficult really. You can see my graph below. It's sort of just weaving in and out of the colours. It's not too lumpy at this stage, so I'm not struggling too much, and just making sure in those slightly more difficult lumpy bits that I stay in with the group. My power graph's getting a little bit more spiky now as we go through the race, back to that spiky power that I have quite regularly. As I'm starting to struggle a little bit, and I'm having to put in that effort to not lose the draft and get left behind by the group. There was a strange point here. I found a bit of consistency in my legs and power, and I just wanted to keep it going for as long as I could. It wasn't an intended breakaway. It wasn't an intent to push the pace up or anything. I just found the struggling that I was having up to that point to keep a consistent power profile, I just thought I'm going to carry on for as long as I possibly can, and I do. The group, I do get a little bit of a gap over the guys behind, up to about 9 metres I think it was, maximum, but the group does come back together again. It did have a bit of a knock-on effect to the race though, as it started to pick up in that last lap. From the point that I kind of went off the front a little bit, some of the guys caught me and shot off out the front, which raised the pace for the people behind, trying to make sure we didn't leave the back of the group. There was a moment I thought, I've caused myself more of a harm here because they're just going to fly past me and I'm not going to keep them with the group. But with 5 kilometres to go, we're back together again. The 1k marker seemed to be the sign to go for it. N. Ruddleston off the front at 6 watts per kilo, Stewie up over 6 watts a kilo, Latix up at 7. As everyone is I'm just trying to hang on to the back here. Look, you can see I've nearly fallen off. I'm doing my best not to lose that draft as the pace has picked up. Unfortunately, Rebel Spawn's dropped off the back, 2:43 back. Stewie was putting out orange numbers there for a second, and I'm seeing them disappear, knowing that last lap and the power on, power off, spiky power graph that I have absolutely saps me. I'm wondering whether I've got enough to cling on at all here. I can see Daniel Seamark's ahead of me. I'm thinking if I could just stay in with that draft, I've got a chance of catching in. And then with 500 metres to go, the pace seemed to drop slightly. I don't know whether that's an attempt to go early, and then the realisation it wasn't going to happen, so it slowed back down and everyone saving it for the sprint. But we're into the final 300 metres. Again, just making sure I try not to lose the back of the draft. I kind of think to myself, those front 3 if they pick it up, I may have lost them. Latix gives it a bit of push there, and then the pack goes. And I'm a little way behind these guys at this point, and I think, right, I've got to go, I've got no choice. And then I see Nick Roddesden behind me, and I think, right, I'm not going to get beaten to the line by Nick. Just put it out of the saddle, as much power down as I can, empty the tanks, and somehow I came across the line in the results in third. It did look like Daniel Seamarks beat me on the screen, but it's given me third in the race, and I'm absolutely chuffed, just trying to recover, feeling awful, but really happy that I had something in my legs at the end to really push when I needed to. Oh, what a race. Sorry if the camera is shaking. I'm still shaking after that finish. It's given me third. I didn't look like it on the screen, that's for sure. I don't know, and I don't know how I found, because that little breakaway, or the pace stepped up with a kilometre left to go, and I genuinely thought there's no way I'm keeping on the back of them. Somehow I found the strength to do it, and then in my mind, what I was trying to do at the time was hold Nick off. I saw him coming, I thought I've just got to give out everything I could. I'm quite surprised he's given me third, but I look back through the video and stuff, and obviously you'll see that before you'll see this bit of the video. But yeah, really pleased I did that. Felt really strong. I don't know whether the pace was slightly slower than normal because it was longer. I don't know, but there were a couple of moments I nearly lost the back of the group, but I hung on then there, gave everything I had, and yeah, now I'm knackered, so yeah, time to go and recover. So I'm really pleased how that went. To come third, a bit of a surprise to get the third place, but given that on third on Zwift and on Zwift Power, so I think I'm going to take the third. I'm really sorry again, I haven't had the chance to put the end screens together, the results together, because when I realised I'd lost the footage last night, I had a bit of a wobbly and turned everything off. So I've not done that yet, haven't got them done in time for this video, but we'll review them in the next video that I do. So yeah, very interesting one this. Thank you for, if you've got this far, it's not too rubbish. If you have enjoyed it, do like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll go back to semi-okay videos from next week. So I'll catch you later.